we competed in the Alameda High School car rally. Now, what's a car rally? Well, a car rally is basically a scavenger hunt on wheels. It's a predetermined route, and whoever finishes the quickest wins. It's exactly what you want your 16-year-old new driver to be doing. There are absolutely no safety rules. Well, one way or the other, that night, Wayne and I were ready to go. Now, Wayne had this sweet yellow 1967 Mustang. I had an awesome red 1967 Mustang Fastback. 6 o'clock when the car rally was starting, the cars were gassed up, there was air in the tires, and each of us had a fire extinguisher. Why do we have a fire extinguisher? Well, Wayne and I both had a wingman. Wayne's wingman was Sonny, mine was Bobby, and each one of them stole a fire extinguisher from the school. So if we wanted to pull a prank, we could pull a prank. Well, we got going, and we drove about 10 minutes over to where the Alameda Beach is. And Wayne was a little bit ahead of me, but he was within sight. We get to the beach, Wayne pulls over. We think he found one of the clues. Well, what actually happened was Sonny got out, and he was ready to use the fire extinguisher. And he takes that fire extinguisher, and he aims it toward the San Francisco skyline. And he just let it go. And that's when we had our first teaching moment. Have you ever heard that term, peeing in the wind? Well, the same thing applies to powdered fire extinguishers. Sonny had turned completely white. There was just powder all over him. Wayne was laughing. Bobby was laughing. I was laughing. And we just had to go on. We were in competition. So we left the beach, and we're going up a few blocks. And Bobby said, I can do one better. We saw one of our classmates walking down the street. I'm going to shoot him with the fire extinguisher. Takes dead aim. Whoosh! Teaching moment number 2. If you're shooting a fire extinguisher from the car, open the window first. Now, I'm completely covered with powder. Bobby's completely covered with powder. Sonny is still covered with powder, and we've still got competition going on. But the one thing we knew was that none of the three of us were going to catch on fire that night. So now we drive a little bit farther. We go over the Bay Farm Island Bridge, and if you've been to Alameda, if you go over the bridge, on the left you see the golf course. On the right you see beautiful homes. Well, in those days there were no homes. It was Bay Farm Island, which meant there were farms. And we're driving and we're doing pretty good. And Bobby said, turn right here. So I turned right. And then Bobby said, no, we made a mistake. We've got to go another block. So turn around, come out. I turn around and the car stops. Motor's running. And I hit the gas. Not going anywhere. Bobby and I get out of the car, and somehow or another, a tomato patch came out and jumped in front of our car. And I'm stuck. And they turn around and the owners of the place are coming out. So now we've got some explaining to do. Well, we talked. The owners called my parents. My parents called AAA. And it was pretty well set up. So it was pretty easy to tow me out. I drove the car home. But it wasn't just AAA I had a problem with. There was also Triple G. My car was grimy. My parents were grumpy. And I was grounded.